Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Susie and this is Organization with Susie. Today we're going to be cash stuffing paycheck number 4 of April of 2022. If you are interested in videos like this one, then stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving my testimony. I do have to break it up into 2 parts because else this video will be too long, but stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and start counting this money. Today we're going to be cash stuffing $720. So let's start counting. 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 20, 40, 60, 80, 600, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 20. $720. Go ahead and start organizing it. I have to tell y'all, I struggled to do this video this week because I was trying to see what I can talk about, and I decided to discuss how I started saving because a friend of mine wanted to know the background of this channel, why I changed it from just purely organizing to actually cash stuffing. And it's an interesting story. I believe in a couple of videos before I did talk a little bit about it and how I came up with the formula and started saving. I guess my nail isn't dry, so please excuse my nail, and I'll be going over that. We're gonna start out with the cash binder. This is the binder that I carry around with me if you're new to the channel. All right, so we have groceries, gas, dining out, and back here is my receipts. But I don't have anything today to put into the 1K savings challenge, so hopefully I'll have something next week. But today we're gonna start out cash stuffing $60 into groceries. Hold on a second, gotta get Julie. Y'all know that Julie's the co-star of this channel, helping me out with keeping these folders down. All right, so let's go ahead and start. 20, 40, 60. Hope everyone had a blessed week. Gas is going to get its usual $30, so let's do a 10 and a 20. Okay. I really should have waited till my nails dry, but I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. And dining out is going to receive $20 this week. Let's do 2 10s. 10, 20. That way I have some spending money, some change. All right. Let's go ahead and start stuffing, cash stuffing the main binder. This is the main binder. And today in housing, we're going to cash stuff $40. And I believe we should be over the $500 mark by now. And so in-house, we have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, and $1. We have one more paycheck to stuff, which is paycheck number 5 for next week. And then we'll have the end of the month expenses. Insurance is going to also receive $40. And as you remember, this envelope was almost totally depleted. 20, 40, and insurance now has 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, $262. Car maintenance is going to also receive $40. And that should also be over the $500 mark. 20, 40. Car maintenance now has 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 500, and $20. So $520. Woohoo! Yes, getting up there. Miscellaneous is also going to receive, well, it's going to receive $20. Bam. Miscellaneous now has 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200, 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32, $232. Gotta make that neat. Debt is also going to receive $100. We had $100 from last week. We're going to put in $100. Now it has $200. And as I explained last time, I usually pay my credit card every week, even if it's 20, 40, 50, it doesn't matter. I try to put as much money as I can. So now we're going to move on to our RL binder. This is the RL binder, and health is going to receive $40 today. And I usually update my trackers before I do the video so that I can pretty much get an idea of how much I will have in the envelopes. So 20, 40. Health now has, and it should be over, well, close to 500. 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, $490. Just had a plank movement there. Ain't that neat? Personal is going to receive $20. And I do need to go for my nails this week. So, you know what? Let me do 2 10s. Ugh, money is just falling. All right, I grabbed that 10. So let's go ahead and start organizing this. So, personal now has 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 300, 510, $310. I think that's good for a nice little spa day. Gotta treat yourself sometimes. Self-care is important. All right, in Toby's envelope, we're gonna put in $20. I'm gonna put in 2 10s because he has his heartworm pill and a medical appointment coming up, so I'm gonna need change. So Toby now has 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 2, 3, 4, $184. All right. Birthday is going to receive $25. Let's do a 5 and 20. So birthday now has 150, 70, 90, 210, 15, 20, 25, $225. Boop, boop, boop. Yup. Vacation is going to receive $25 as well. This is getting nice and thick. I like that. So we're going to add in, let's do 20 and 5 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add that at the back. And vacation now has 100, 50, 70, 90, 210, 30, 50, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How is that possible? $296. You know what? I'll take it. I will take it. Extra dollar in there. Savings. Let's see. Can you see this? Yes. All right. So the next bubble is 380, but we're not going to do 380 today. We're just going to do half right now. Because the more I pay on my credit card debt, the better. Right now, this is more of something that I'll have as a backup. So we're going to just do $190, which is half. All right, so let's start cash, entering the cash, which is 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, and 90. And we're going to count that at the end of the month. I have a reminder to make sure that I count that. Okay. Renovation. Today we're going to do the hammer, which is $50. And I'm just going to color in the hammer, which is $50 again. And then we'll cash stuff that. So let's add 20, 40, and 10, which makes 50. So now in renovation, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $190. Oof. I remember this had 0. That's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for staying till the end. I do have the Real Talk session. Those of you who would like to stay, please stay. Those of you who just wanted to see the cash stuffing, thank you for stopping by. Consider subscribing, hitting that bell notification, giving this video a thumbs up so that it can get out into the world like that. It tells the algorithm to share this video for anybody who may need the assistance. But again, we're going to begin the Real Talk on my testimony number 1. Welcome to the Real Talk session of the video. Now today I'm going to be talking about how I actually restarted this channel and what prompted me to do cash stuffing or cash budgeting. I don't do all 100% cash budgeting, but I I work on a portion of my finances and then I cash stuff in order to have backup money or emergency money for if any bills come up. If you don't have in front of you a piece of paper, please, you can pause this video, grab a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen and write down some information that I'm going to be sharing with you. Okay, so what prompted me is if you ever had a parent who was very loving and very giving to you and you just felt at the time you were maybe working from paycheck to paycheck, trying to make ends meet, and you were somewhat struggling, but you had the knowledge in which to increase your finances, but you might not have applied it. Well, that was me. What started me on this journey of initially saving is, I have a parent who gave us everything that she could. My father passed away some years ago. Basically, she was providing for us. Now, what prompted me to start saving is I, at the time, was living paycheck to paycheck and I was working part-time. I had good hours, and I was getting good pay for a short amount of hours, but it wasn't good enough to sustain my lifestyle. For me, it wasn't good enough that if something happened to my son or, my spouse or any one of my family members, and I thought about my mother, if something happened to her, I would not have been able to provide anything, and that broke me down. And I don't cry often, but it brought me to tears. And I was so upset at myself for not being able to do that at the time. I prayed about it, and if when you're behind on bills keep coming every single month like clockwork. Because I didn't pay my bills on time because of the money that I was getting, I was late, and then late fees were tagged on. By the time, if a bill is $200, by the time I pay it, was well over $300. Now you can imagine how many fees were being tagged on after that. I was going to the supermarket and one day the bank called, and I had been avoiding their call because I had been trying to work to save up money in order to pay them, because this was the credit card that I recently paid off, and I had struggled to pay it off before, and then some things happened, which I'll discuss, which I was able to pay it off later on. To make a long story short, I spoke to the bank. We went over some ways in which to bring in more income, how I can streamline my budget or create a budget. Back then, I didn't have any way in which I wanted to work someone else's budget. Nothing worked for me. So I started researching, okay, well, what do I like? So I came across a mortgage broker who had a formula, and I think I talked about this in one of my other videos, which was a breakdown of your paycheck. Now, I was getting paid every week. I was getting paid weekly, excuse me for that. All right, so my paycheck was weekly, and I needed to increase my hours, and then I also needed to create a budget. All right. So what I did is, when I looked at the mortgage broker, she gave a formula, but I tweaked it for me. And that formula was 60% of my weekly, because I got paid weekly, went to bills. 10%, because I believe in giving, went to tithe. And at that time, I didn't know what to give. And I was listening to Catherine Ponder and Joseph Murphy. And Catherine Ponder, I believe, I don't want to lie, said something like 10 is the magic number of increase. So I said, okay, I'll put aside the minimum number of 10%. Then I did 10% savings, 10% investing, and then 10%, which was spending. Okay, so this was the breakdown, and that should be 100%. Now, you can tweak this to match whatever you like. You can change that number, any one of these numbers. You can eliminate any one to fit you. Eventually, my bills, it came down to 50% of my weekly budget. I had increased my hours. I created this budget. So I did that. And then weekly, it turned out that this was 50% went to bills. So that extra percentage would go either to tithe, savings, investing, or spending. And at the time, I just said, well, I'll stick with this. That'll be fine. But the savings, I said I was going to increase. Okay. So the first week, I said I was going to save a modest amount, and that was $200. I was said overall, it didn't mean a month, a year, whatever. I just said, I just want to save $200. Week 1, I saved $173. So I was like, wow, I'm almost at that goal. Week 2, the total amount saved now, the balance I had was about $327. Week 3, I said, well, if I could save that much, let me increase it. So I increased it, and it was about $684. By week 4, I said, man, I can do more than I could put more away. At this time, I had now started paying the bills on time, and I paid some of the back balances. And so I was able to save $1,015. And this number blew me away for that first month. When I was able to actually see on paper how much I was saving, that was it. And every month I had been saving about this amount or a little bit more until I was able to start paying extra on my bills. This was just one part of the testimony on how I started saving, and then how much I was actually able to save after the first month. I had reached my goal, and then I started setting other goals in which to save, and that started my journey on saving. So in testimony 2, which is next week, and that's paycheck number 5, I'll go over how I started the cash budgeting portion of my savings, investing, and increasing my finances. So if you have stayed here this long, I want to thank you so much for viewing and tuning in. To all of my subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Much love and blessings go out to you. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, pressing that bell notification and giving a thumbs up so it tells the algorithm to share this video. And I will see you in the next one. Be blessed. Take care of one another. I will be praying for you, and I'll see you next time.